truck rescue. I have a gentleman that expressed some interest in this 1955 GMC truck. And originally when we bought this truck, we bought 3 trucks. And this was the one that I wanted to keep for myself. But I have this thing that I do that if a truck comes along that I think is more historically significant than another one, I'll sell the one that I wanted previously and keep the other one. So this is Chief over here, 56 Chevy Napco 4-wheel drive. It's a lot more work to get back on the road than this one is. This one, the frame's all been painted, the engine's rebuilt. It does run and drive. It needs a lot of work still. It's still kind of a project truck, but a lot of the hard work's done on it. Like I said, I'd rather keep that one for my collection that I'm putting together of working trucks from the 50s.
That one the motor sounds really good in this one too, huh?
Yeah, and it also has one of the most beautiful original unrechromed grills that I've ever seen on one. So I'm gonna start at the outside. I'm gonna go from bumper to bumper on this truck and give a very accurate description of it. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a video out of it because a lot of times a guy will express interest into a truck, and when I explain it, or I can spend a lot of time. I can tie a lot of time up into describing the truck and videoing it and photographing it and everything. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to go ahead and make a very comprehensive video of the condition of this truck. In case it doesn't pan out with the person that has interest in it, then I already have a description for anyone else that might be interested. So, like I said, little history on this truck. I was told by the person that I bought it from that the engine had been rebuilt, the whole drivetrain had been rebuilt. Basically, the running gear and frame was done. The guy had to move. He put all the best sheet metal that he had on the truck so that he could move. I don't think the complete drivetrain's been rebuilt. Judging by what I've seen, I think the engine has been rebuilt, and the reason I think that is because it has all new gaskets on it. And here, let me see that. Aside from the new paint, it does have new gaskets on it. And it does have a tag down there that I've seen machine shops put on engines when they get done rebuilding them. And based on the way that this engine runs and starts and drives, I would say that it has been rebuilt. I don't think that the rest of the drivetrain's rebuilt. That being said, it does shift real good. The clutch works real good. All of the 4-wheel drive components work good on it. Let's go over the body real quick, honey.
I wonder if this truck was a city truck at one time or something, because it looks like it was yellow.
Well, the guy did tell me that he put a new cab on it because the other cab was rusted, so we really can't go by anything. And as a matter of fact, from what I see, I would say it was originally a white truck because this is where the Napco emblems were originally on it. And no, those Napco emblems are not available with the truck anymore. They're going on that truck, and that is the one thing that I'm keeping off of this truck. It does have the correct Napco running gear on it. It's got the Napco tag on the front axle. I don't know if you can see it, but it is a Napco tag. Also has the correct Napco, which stands for Northwestern Auto Parts Company. And you're not going to be able to see that, but Anna's licking my face as I try to get under here. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, it's got the proper Napco tags on it. Let's go over the body real quick. Anyway, one more shot of the engine. Yeah, I do think the engine's rebuilt, and I think the way that it runs and drives would support that. Has a correct oil bath, air cleaner, correct carburetor. It has all of the complete correct, what I call them stomp starters. It's a foot starter arrangement, but the engine does have all the correct accessories on it, and everything's complete there.
This looks new. Would that be new or that?
They just repainted it. But the radiator and stuff does look like it's been gone through, and like I said, it has a beautiful grill on it, and the correct parking lights. Missing a headlight bucket and both headlight rings. That's not a problem, and this truck is missing things, but as I informed the gentleman that's interested in it, I have tons of parts for these trucks, and a couple containers and trucks full of just parts. So rounding up all the parts and shipping it with all of the correct original parts won't be a problem. It does have the twin stick shifter arrangement on it, and like I said, the transmission's been painted. I don't think it's been rebuilt. I don't think that the transfer case has been rebuilt, but it is all the correct Napco running gear on it, and frame's been clean and painted. There's no rust on this truck. No rust on any of the body parts. Even the cab corners are very solid, which is unusual on these trucks. Anyone that's familiar with them knows that. The floor is very solid. I'm sorry that you can't see it as well as I'd like you to be able to, but yeah, all the sheet metal's real solid on this. Firewall's real nice too up in there. It does have a complete new exhaust system on it, and it actually sounds pretty nice for, you know, a 6-cylinder. Has the twin stick shifter arrangement, and it's not hooked up because the holes weren't cut in the bottom of the cab for the shifters to go through, but the shifters are there and all the linkage is there, so all the Napco stuff's there, and like I said, it runs and drives really well. I do apologize that you can't see well under here. I should have a light set up, but we're still running on generator power out here, so like I said, all the Napco gear's there and does work good. I don't think one of the hubs is original. So going to the sheet metal, and like I said, the firewall's real nice. No rust anywhere. Inner fenders are nice. All the correct GMC radiator and radiator support stuff is here, and the GMC stuff is a lot different than Chevy stuff, so it's good to have all that there. No pitting on the parking lights. There is a little bit of surface rust on this grill piece, but only a minor amount on this. Another thing that's really hard to find in good shape on these is for the center bar to be in perfect condition. It has the correct 3/4 ton 150 emblem in the center of the grill. The bumper's nice, but the hardest part to find in nice shape on these is these bumper bullets, because they're on the very leading edge of the truck, and most all of them that I get in are really beat up. These aren't absolutely perfect, but I would just say they have blemishes and not damage. The hood's got the correct GMC insert in it. The tabs should be lined up a little bit better, but it's in pretty nice shape. Has the correct under hood supports and the spring right here, which interacts with this thing on the top of the radiator, kind of keeps a little tension on the hood. It opens and closes good. The hood hinges are in nice shape, so we're in good condition here. This truck does also steer real nice. It's missing the hood latch. I've got tons of hood latches, that's not a problem. The fenders, the front fenders, this I think is repairable. On this side, I think it would be better if I cut out an eyebrow off of a bad fender and send it along with it. Like I said, I can also put the chrome, not new chrome, but chrome headlight bezels in it, replace the missing headlight bucket assembly and put a bezel in here. Like I said, I think this one's repairable. Somebody has already cut off an original piece of the bottom of the fender. A lot of people understand that these always rust out on the bottom, and yeah, that's hooky, but I'm leaving it there so that this fender doesn't get damaged when the door's open. This is something that I've noticed in a few spots. It looks like these body parts were just tacked into place just so this truck could be kept in one piece and moved. I would say that that would be an easy repair right there. The doors are actually very solid on this truck. The hood's in nice shape. no dents or anything. The doors, this one's had a patch panel put on the inside of it. To be honest with you, I think it would be better to send a whole patch panel off another door. The bottoms of the doors are very solid, and that's very uncommon on these trucks. Both of the doors are solid. Rockers are solid. It doesn't have the correct GMC white handled window cranks in it, but I have those, can send them along with it. I can also send along the all the door hardware, door panels, but I put this one on it just to make sure that the windows roll up and down good. They do, both of them do. The only damage I see to any of the glass is that this wing window has a little delamination going on the edges, but it does have a perfect factory tinted windshield in it. The back window's tinted, and I believe these side windows are slightly tinted. They had I've come across 3 different kinds of windows for these trucks. Some of them are clear, some of them seem to be lightly tinted, and some of them are actually green, very tinted. It does have the deluxe gauges in it, the chrome gauge package. Has the correct original steering wheel. As far as the brakes, I can't testify for the brakes because the brake pedal's sitting right here. So that's something that I would need to look into. As you can see, the cover's missing for the transmission tunnel, but I do have the correct transmission tunnel cover in the back of it. The roof is really nice. Where they normally rust out is up by the rear view mirror. This one is very solid where the rear view mirror goes. All the doors, both of the doors open and close well. It is missing the complete heater assembly and all of the wiper assembly, but the center of the dash, this was a radio delete truck, and it has the radio delete plate in it, and the dash has not been molested at all. Frame in it. I do have seats that have more upholstery, but this is a really nice frame, and what you want to look for on these frames is this bottom piece of tin is usually all rusted out on them, and this one's real solid. I've got it on lights. I've got it on life support with one of my custom racing fuel cells and the battery right there. That's because it needs a battery box, which I do have. Like I said, missing the complete heater system, but I have lots of heaters, and if you wanted a deluxe or standard heater, it wouldn't be any problem to outfit it with those. It also has the original style gas tank right here, and I'm assuming that's not hooked up because somebody actually did a nice job of smoothing over the hole where the opening or fuel filler neck for the...
This needs to go inside.
Yeah, I know, I just put it out there, honey. It also has a new reproduction glove box in it and another horn inside there, although I did notice a horn under the hood. Like I said, this is a common area for bad rust up here, and it's very solid. This whole cab is very solid, and it looks like somebody actually put a new firewall in it. The floor is very solid, rockers are solid, and the cab corners, like I said, are in real solid shape, which is very uncommon for these trucks. It does have the correct original rear bumper in the back. I don't think it has the bumper brackets. There's the transmission tunnel cover and the other chrome trim for the passenger side door. It does have a Chevrolet tailgate on it, but it's in good shape. It has the spare tire cut. Oh, the steps are in very nice shape, and the bed sides. Like I said, there's no rust on the body parts for this truck. It has the cutout for the spare tire, and it doesn't have the rack, but I believe I could scrounge up a rack for it. Those are the correct original wheels. It has 4 of those on it, and I could probably round up a 5th if you wanted to put spare tire rack on it. It has all the clips for the hubcaps. I do not have the 5th. hubcaps for the 3/4 ton. Passenger side fender does have a couple of dents in it. Nothing that I think would be too hard to work out. It is really solid metal. Like I said, both of the steps are in real nice shape. These handles right here are actually a correct accessory option for these trucks. Passenger side doors in real good shape too, and like the driver's side door, it is solid on the bottom. The window rolls up and down good on it. The glass is good. As you can see, it's very solid along the bottom. No rust. Doors open and close good. Correct factory original steering column. Correct shifter. Unmolested dash. Nice firewall. Passenger side front fender. Very solid on the bottom, which is just very uncommon. It does have the correct GMC fender emblems. And oh, there is one dent in the top of the cab right there. I could probably send a repair panel for that along with it, or that could be worked out. But so as far as the sheet metal, that's what we got. It does start right up. The foot starter works good with it. The accelerator, there's a rod right here that goes from inside the cab up to the linkage, and it is not bent right. And what I've learned is that these have to be bent at the perfect angle to work properly. So when I'm driving it, it sounds like I'm revving it up and letting off on it. That's actually when I hit a bump. It's hard to hold my foot on that thing correctly. But the ignition switch works, and I believe it does have the correct original ignition key on it. The truck is cold right now. I didn't come out here and warm the truck up before we video. It is cold, so it starts real good even when it's cold. Do you want to go for it? Can you sit on those springs for a minute?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it for a putt, show them how it drives.
Doesn't have any smoke coming out of it.
Oh, you don't have any place to put can you put your feet next to the gas can?
I'll be alright.
Like I said, it's kind of difficult for me to drive it with this peg. I have to kind of drive it with my heel. Oh, I still got it in 4-wheel drive from when I was testing it. And I think this thing does actually have the right transfer case to be able to go down to the highway good, because I'm in second gear now, and that's a little faster than I want to be going with dual brakes. Torque to it, I noticed.
Napco GMC out in the pasture. Classic truck ranch.
Is there room for me to get in between there?
Sure.
Another thing I've noticed about this truck is you can smell the smells of, for my viewers that have rebuilt engines, when you get done rebuilding an engine and you're just breaking it in, it's got a smell to it. And this truck has that smell. It's the smell of gaskets warming up and Permatex sealing and paint baking.
Nice warm air coming up from down there.
Plenty of ground clearance in this truck also. We're in our backyard now.
Part of it.
Part of our backyard.
Home Skillet Point, Snubnose Creek.
Yeah, we gotta get that dryer going, honey. You might be a redneck, too.
What if you hang your clothes on the line?
I like the way they smell when they dry like that. Here we go. This is actually a pretty steep hill right here. There's a janitor shack out in the woods all by itself.
Future site of our treehouse. This is the yard. There's all the boys out in the yard. Oh, hi guys. My Barracuda brings all the boys to the yard. This is the road. You come out the yard, you go to the road. Look at that linkage mark. No smoke, no fluids.
So, it's a pretty comprehensive description of the truck. Like I said, it's not a perfect truck. It is It does need a lot of work, finishing work, but I think all the hard stuff's pretty much done on this
This is
thing.
really good too.
Yeah. Here, you want to let yourself out?
What does that say? Oh. Oh, do I need that to let myself out?
Well, yeah, I would think.
I can't just spring into action?
No.
Okay. Want your camera back?
Classic Truck Rescue 1955 Napco 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive. Peace out.